There is one question that in over 10 years of teaching, I have never seen a child get right on their first try. It isn't fractions, it isn't word problems, and it isn't even algebra. But by the end of this video, I'm going to make sure that you know how to do it. I'll show you my secret method so that when your teacher drops this question in class, you're going to leave them thinking, how on earth did they know that? But before we get started, this is the task sheet that I'll be using for this lesson. It's a lot easier to learn this stuff when you've got the sheet, which is why I've made it 100% free for you to download. All you need to do is click the link in the description down below. You can ask mum or dad to help you print it like I've done, or you can complete it on your tablet. Wait, that makes it sound like my mum and dad helped me print it. They didn't. I did it myself. I promise. Anyway, I'm Ross. This is Teacher's Perspective. Let's get into it. So, what is the super mega hard universally impossibilistic skill that I've never seen a child get right on their first try? I'll give you a clue. It begins with D and it rhymes with revision. And it's almost as awful as revision 2. Almost. Anyway, division. Now, I hope I haven't lost you there. Maybe you've come across it already. Maybe you already hate it. Well, today is where that fear ends for good. And I'm pretty biased because I'm a maths teacher, but division is actually really cool. And by the end of today, you realize that if you know your times tables, or at least know how to work them out, then division is easy as pi. I don't know why pi is easy. This is just something people say. And if you're sat there thinking, but I don't even know my times tables, then just hit subscribe. Very, very soon I'm going to be making a video on exactly how you can learn them in the easiest possible way. Then you can come back here and finish this lesson. However, I suggest that you just give this lesson a go anyway, because I promise beyond a shadow of a doubt that division isn't as bad as you might think. So grab something to write with and something to write on, and let's get started. Words. What do you need to know? Well, first, it's divide. What does it mean? Divide is when you group or share something equally. If you have 10 sweets, you might share them like this, or like this, or like this. That's what dividing is. And the symbol for it looks like this, multiples. You might know this as times tables. This is where you find numbers that are in a certain times table. Like the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, so on. Line up. I say this to my class all the time, but they never do it properly. But in this lesson, it means making sure that the digits are lined up properly, meaning that there is one on the top and one on the bottom when we're doing our calculations. And if you want to learn more about that, then make sure you check out my video on place value, which you can find right here. Right, onto the sheet now. Today, I'm using my Mocha pen. As always, in my lessons, we do watch, copy, practice, which means the first thing you need to do is just watch me. Time to relax for you. So, here we're going to be looking at the question 693 divided by 3. When doing a dividing question, you need to set it up like this. Take the number that you're dividing by, 3, and put it on this side. Then draw kind of like a letter T on its side. You take the first number from the dividing question and write it underneath, 693. Once you've set it up, you're ready for the next step. We're dividing by 3, so we need to find all of the multiples of 3. The way we do that is writing out our times table. You don't need to write out the whole thing every single time. Just the answers will do, but I've put them here to make it really clear for you. Then, finally, you need to go through each of the digits in the number that we are dividing and think, how many 3s are in that number? So the first digit is 6. We do 6 divided by 3. Well, where is 6? 1, 2. Here it is. It's the second multiple of 3. Therefore, our answer is 2, and we can write 2 just up here. The next one, 9. If I look at my multiples of 3, how many of them do I need to count through until I get to 9? 1, 2, 3. So therefore, my answer is 3. And I'm going to write it just above here. Notice how everything is lined up. That's why it was one of our vocab words at the start. And then finally, 3. If I count in my 3s, how many times do I need to count until I get to 3? Well, it's just 1 time. So the answer is 1. We put 1 up here, and then we've got our answer. We read from left to right, so 231. The answer to our question, 693 divided by 3 is 231. You've watched me, now it's time to copy me. All you have to do is copy exactly what I do. Then you'll try it for yourself. Okay, so here's our question. 484 divided by 4. We set it up. Now, if you're doing this on plain paper, make sure it looks exactly as mine does right there. We take the number that we're dividing by, which is 4, and put it just here. We draw a T on its side, like it's just fallen over. Then we take the number that we're dividing and put it underneath. The next step is to think, what multiples do we need to find? Well, I'm dividing by 4, so I need to find the 4 times table, the multiples in the 4 times table. The first few have already been done for me here. 4, 8, 12. Now, if you're one of those people that was thinking, I don't really know my times tables, here's a really easy way to do it. Because we're doing our 4 times table, all you have to do is add 4 each time. So 12, add 4, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now you have 16. We're going to add another 4. 16. Add 4. 17, 18, 19, 20. And so on and so on. I'm going to fill in the rest of these now and probably speed up the camera a little bit to make it look like I'm working really fast. If you need to pause, you can do that just now and fill in the rest of the 4 times table. Did you do it faster than me? I bet you didn't. Okay, now is the time to look at each of the digits in the number that we're dividing and think, how many 4s fit into that number? If we count in our 4s, how long does it take to get to that number? Starting with 4, always starting at the left. If I count in my 4s, how many times do I need to count until I get to 4? 4 divided by 4. Well, let's look at our times tables here. 1. I only need to count 1 time, so 1 goes right here. Perfectly in alignment with the other digits. Next one, 8. Counting in my 4s again. 1, 2. I had to count 2 times to get to 8. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. 2 goes just there. And then 4 again. Now, because we've already got a 4 here and we know the answer's 1, we can just put that over there. My answer, 121. So 484 divided by 4 is 121. Give that a tick if you got it right, which hopefully you did because you were just copying me. It's now time for you to practice. I've shown you the skill. I've shown you the steps. It's now your turn to have a go at this question and try and get the answer right. Take your time. If you need to, you can pause the video to give yourself some more time. Let's see what you can do. Here we go. This one is for you to try by yourself. The question is 936 divided by 3. You've got 25 seconds to get this done. Off you go. Okay, so the setup, it should have looked like this. 936 on the bottom, 3 just next to it. Then your spaces ready at the top to put in the answers. Write out the 3 times table. That's what we need to do next. So I'm going to speed through that now. Make sure you're checking your answers against mine. Okay, first digit is 9. How many times can I count in my 3s until I get to 9? 1, 2, 3. The answer is 3, because 9 divided by 3 is 3. Next up, 3. If I count in my 3 times table, how many times until I get to the number 3? 1. 3 times 3 is 1. And then finally, 6. If I count in my 3s, how many times until I get to 6? 1, 2. Because 6 divided by 3 is 2. So the answer is 312. Give that a tick if you got it right. Great work today. Here's what you can do now. Show this video to mum and dad so that they can get hold of my free guide, which shows the 15 core skills that children must learn if they're to become a maths genius. The link for that is down in the description. And you can leave a comment telling me what you've learned today and what you'd like to learn next time. And finally, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can watch my videos the moment they come out. And that way, you can continue your path to maths greatness. And with that, I'm Ross. This has been Teacher's Perspective, and I'll see you in the next video.